Lakshmi, Venkatesan, quickly coming to you at this point as well on, on the MSME sector, on of course also the startups sector. Do you believe entrepreneurs will be happy with this budget? There has been a lot of talk on Make in India and Skilling India. Would they be happy with this budget?
There are many aspects of it for which the youth of India and the startups, and when I mean startups, I don't necessarily mean the unicorns and so on. We are talking about the startups at the small town areas and the rural areas. Yes, there is something to be commended in this budget for that. For example, the 9,000 crore budget outlay for the credit guarantee scheme. What that does is, today you'll find that very often the banks are reluctant because they need better risk cover. So hopefully this kind of an extended outlay will be very good. But the challenge here, of course, is that in spite of all of this, the Mudra loan, the average loan size is about 27,000 rupees today. In order to create any enterprise which can build assets and grow and create employment for others, needs more investment. So hopefully this kind of an increased credit guarantee scheme by the finance minister announcement will ensure that the banks go on to increase the kind of loan size that they will give.
Yes. Yes.
The second aspect of what is important here is, of course, the skilling part. There is a lot of money that has been laid out and increase in skilling. But here again, I think the unique aspect is 47 lakh people are supposed to be supported with apprenticeship, which essentially enables you to get an idea of how to work in the micro sector. I think that's a very, very welcome idea. What would be wonderful is that we have 63 lakh units in 6.3 crore units in this country. It will be wonderful if this kind of an apprenticeship program is extended so that many more crores of people can benefit from that. So there is a great beginning. We need to ensure that it reaches out to all the people who are deserving for this.
Yes.
With me, Ms. Lakshmi Venkatraman. Now, speaking about fiscal deficit, speaking about the receipts that government gets, 27 point some lakh crore rupees, but talking about the expenditure, the public expenditure has risen to about 41.9 lakh crore rupees from 39.5956 lakh crores that was in 2022-2023. How is the 41.90 lakh crore rupees going to be expended? There has already been allocation made to MSMEs, allocation made to green hydrogen, allocation that has been made to skill development, allocation made to fisheries under the Matsya scheme by the government, by the finance ministry. Where else is money going in?
The money is going absolutely into the areas that needs that kind of stimulus. As you correctly said, it is going into MSMEs. It is certainly going into new technology. It is going into research. It is also going into the hands of farmers, and it is going into the hands of startups. So in every which way, if you look at it, it is going into the hands of those people who will actually contribute to the growth of this economy. Because at any point in time, every country has to make some kind of a balance between the growth and fiscal deficit versus what is it that is needed to stimulate the economy. And remember, we are all coming out globally even. We are coming out of the pandemic, which has been an extremely difficult situation. And in that context, I believe that the finance minister has wisely upped the spending. And this has been a budget for everyone. All 360-degree angle of the Indian economy is being taken care of. So in that sense, it's very wise.
Cities, how can we envisage last mile connectivity, ensuring that there is sustainable growth, sustainable last mile connectivity as well?
Last mile connectivity is an important, not only from just the infrastructure, whether we go all the way, but also in terms of how do you involve. That's why the Prime Minister had created this LIFE. How do you get the citizens involved? How do you get local businesses involved? So while there has been a very good impetus in this budget for green technologies, it would be good to see now the corporates and others who are going to get into it to include the MSMEs as part of the supply chain and the value chain. When you do that, you push that green agenda all the way down to the local level, in terms of both the entrepreneurs and the small businesses and the MSMEs, but you also involve all the citizens in it. So sometimes you look at the last mile connectivity not necessarily as just the infrastructure, the road, the railways, but also in terms of the people and the involvement of the people.
And
So-
therefore, you spoke about the districts and the villages, and then
Yes.
reaching up to the block development.
Yes.
And that's the impetus.
That is
that's
where
the
that
goal.
link has